Hello from my name is Yellow and welcome back to episode 8 of WWE Supercard. Now, I've been playing a lot more of the Road to Glory, and as you can see down here, I have reached Flair. That is where I'm up to, with 121 points out of 170. So I've moved quite far from the Ultimate Warrior, which I was at yesterday. And after I finished recording, I carried on playing and I got all the way up to Flair. Last night, I got to 96 points. And yeah, I was doing good, but as I got to around 80 points, I was starting to notice it was getting a lot harder. And then I finished the day on 96. And then today, since I've came in from work, I've been playing this for about 2.5 hours now, and I've only got less than 30 points. It's ridiculous. I don't know what's happened, but the difficulty has changed so much that I am unable to win even +1 matches anymore. It's insane, and I've been doing a bit of research here, and I switched my deck up. Well, it's not switched at the minute, but I switched my deck up to a epic tier deck. Actually, I'll do that now because this is going to be an experiment episode, so let's go and switch my deck to my worst possible deck. So I spent all commons here, and you will see that unlike the last King of the Ring, where you could use like a full super rare deck and still get Sting because you would only face people with other super rare cards, that isn't the case this time, because you still come up against people who are a lot better than you. It depends on which card you're going for. That's how good the teams are. So I've run out of commons here, so let's find some uncommons. So there we go. I'm now down to a legendary tier instead of survivor. We'll keep going. I don't have many worse cards now, so I've got a lot of epics that I can put in, which is fine. So I'll go for my worst one and keep going down. So yeah, these epic cards are going to be the worst ones in my deck, which, you know, they're all around 200 stats, which isn't great, especially for this mode. So you can't say that even these cards are good, because they're not really, when I've got survivors and legendary pros and everything. So yeah, this is gonna, I am already an epic tier now, and I've still got a couple more cards to switch out, including my divas. So let's just keep going down. I might even go to super rare here. So big show, ultra rare. Oh my god, this is really going low now. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Like I said, this is going to be a episode of training. So my divas, I don't have any commons, I don't think, at the minute. Maybe. Oh, I've just passed where I'm meant to go. Oh god, I did it again. No, so, see, I didn't have any commons there. So my worst is Cameron here. And we'll keep going. We're now at ultra rare tier. Bree, and then finally, oh, that's Bree again. No, let's get off it. Natalia, stop switching around. Okay, yeah, Natalia will be my worst diva. Okay, so there we go. Apart from Natalia, who is a legendary, who's actually been trained, she is now 34 out of 40. Everyone else is epic, untrained, or worse. So I'm in ultra rare tier. Can't get much worse than that. Okay, so let's go back in here, and you'll see the matches, they're not much better. So we will play a +3 match. In King of the Ring, not King of the Ring, in People's Champion, it would usually be +1 is the tier below you, +3 is your tier, and +5 is the tier above. That's just how it worked. So we will play 1 +3 match and see just how well we do here. I'm not going to use one of my boosts, because what's the point? I'm going to get completely demolished here. Just improving. Just improving how good people are. So let's keep count of everyone's cards. So tag team with speed, it doesn't matter, I'm going to lose. So we'll use uncommon Bray and common Jimmy. And we come up against 2 maxed out survivor cards. Now, I don't have any survivor cards in my deck, in my team. So if this is meant to be a tier which is just as good as mine, that's not the case. Okay, let's use Ray here. Another survivor maxed out. So that's 3 maxed out survivor cards so far. We'll use common Kofi. And there is an epic who hasn't been trained at all. Okay, that's a card that would be in my tier. Okay, fair enough. Well, even then I'm in ultra rare tier, so maybe not, maybe not. But yes, we are now in a tag team match. And we come up against another survivor that's maxed out, and Yoko is also nearly maxed out, so I'm going to class that as another one. So that is five maxed out survivors and an epic that hasn't been trained. Now we're on the diva matches. So there's another survivor that's been maxed out. Let's make that 6 now. So there we go. This should not be my tier. And here we go. There's another one. So that's 7 maxed out survivor cards and an epic that hasn't been trained. And we'll move on to round 3 now. So here we go. We have a tag team of epic cards. Coming up against a survivor pro maxed out and another survivor maxed out. So that is how many? 8 survivor maxed out, 1 survivor pro maxed out, and an epic that hasn't been trained so far. Okay, moving on to the next part. Another survivor pro maxed out and a normal survivor maxed out. So this is meant to be my tier. All cards that I should be able to beat with my team. So let's move on to round 4. What do we have here for the final matchups? We have another Survivor Pro maxed out. Who would have guessed it? Rey Mysterio, Survivor Pro maxed out. Wow. Another solo match here and another Survivor maxed out in Stardust. Okay, still keeping count. We have now came up against 3 Survivor Pro maxed out, and I think that's 9 or 10 Survivor maxed out and 1 Epic who would be in my tier. Alright, toughness. There's another Survivor maxed out. I think that is 10 now. I think that's 10. And then finally, a Survivor who's halfway through getting built. So we'll count that as another. Well, it's another Survivor card anyway. So that is, I think, 11 Survivors. 3. No, that must be 12 Survivor cards. 3 that are Survivor Pros and an Epic, because it's 16 cards. So yeah, what? That's meant to be a tier that I can come up against and be fair matches at this point, which that's just not going to happen, because how am I supposed to be that? I'm in Ultra Rare tier, not even Ultra Rare Plus, not Ultra Rare Plus Plus, I'm in Ultra Rare. Ultra Rare. So these should be, at best, Ultra Rare Plus Plus. Oh, I actually pulled an Ultra Rare card there. Okay, but at best these should be like Ultra Rare Plus Plus teams that I'm coming up against, and it's just not the case. So I will buy more bouts and just look at the records of the people in this tier. So +1 is still going to be pretty tough. +3 is going to be just the same that I came up against, and +5, yeah, right. If they're +5, their team are going to be even better than the one I've just faced. So we will play another 4 matches for this episode. I will switch my team up to the best possible team I can have. And yeah, we will go into some matches here, play some +3 matches, and you'll see it's just impossible. And I might pull out and win 1 somehow out of these remaining 4, but you know, I don't see that happening. Because last time when I was going for reigns, I got a reigns easy. I was doing +5 matches all the way up until the first Survivor Sting, and then I moved down to +3 matches, and I still breezed through and did manage to get the Sting Pro, obviously because I've got him in my team. But yeah, that just doesn't seem to be the case. The first card, Survivor Sting Pro, that's, I'm not going to be able to beat that with anyone apart from my Rock or Sting. So yeah, there's a Legendary Pro Diva. I can't beat any Legendary Pro Divas because I only have Nikki Bella Epic Pro as my best. So Tag Team Speed. Yeah, the Special Sting and Legendary Batista Pro. Alright, so that was just bad picks on my half. You know, the Survivor maxed out. I could have got better cards, but I didn't. So yeah, it's an average one. Because I do have a bad card in Dean, but I have a really good card in Rock, so I will pair those 2 up. Just in the hope, yeah, see, I will beat this team here. So far, I'm gonna say that these cards that I've came up against are just as equal. Yeah, these cards are easier than the ones I was facing with my Ultra Rare team. Okay, so let's continue here. So this is decent, I guess. My second best diva, so let's use her, and she's gonna draw there unless, yeah, she gets a boost, of course. But tag team power, we will get rid of Cesaro as well. Oh, that was a bad move, so we're gonna lose this as well. But let's face it, that is our first Survivor Pro we come up against in this team, I do believe. So let's hope, yeah, Jericho will win that one, I think. Yeah, he will. Okay. Even though there is a lot more legendary pros in this guy's team, overall I would say this guy has a worse team. So again, we will use Randy Orton here. And we do pick up the win there against the Survivor maxed out. Boom! We might somehow pull out a draw. That's best I'm going to see, so I'm going to use a boost here. And yeah, we do win this one. Again, Epic Pros, they're nothing. They're nothing compared to what I was coming up against in the last match with an... Oh, I've got to win this match to win. Oh my god, what? What is the chances of coming up against an ultra rare card at this stage? It doesn't happen. So we do win somehow. I wasn't expecting that. But look at the difference in teams. My first match I played there with my ultra rare team, it got completely smashed. There was no way I was ever going to win. I would probably lose that match with this team that I'm using now. And then we go into another match and we win. And they had a worse team. So it just goes to show that the 3MB method that people were using last time, where they would switch half their teams to common cards, like I could switch my top row here to common cards and go down to legendary tier, and then I would come up against easier opponents. That doesn't work, because I was using an ultra rare team and I got demolished by people who were using Survivors and Survivor Pros. And then when I use this team, I come up against guys who are using Epic Pros. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, we'll move on to our third match of this episode. Hopefully we can get another win. If I can get more wins, then that is great, and I will accept those wins. But this is an episode to say that the Road to Glory has changed and it has become a lot harder this time, and there is no reason why. It just seems to have happened, and yeah, you won't see, because now I'm seeing everyone with Sting. Everyone. And I used them in the wrong order, definitely there. I was going to save Sting hopefully for a tag team match in the second round, but that didn't happen, and now it seems a waste to keep him for a third one when I'm just going to lose anyway. So yeah. But what was I saying? Yeah, a lot of people have the Sting legendary Survivor Pro, and that's because even though if you had a worse team, there is still a chance you could get him, because, you know, if you, like I said, if you're using a super rare team or whatever, then you would still face people who are also using super rares. Not the case this time. I was using an ultra rare team still, and I was coming up against people whose best cards were Survivor Pros. It doesn't make sense. And yeah, there's Sting again. Oh, he has pro'd him out wrong. Ah. No, wait, no he hasn't. No he hasn't. I thought he was level 50 out of 50 there, and I was like, what are you doing with the cards? But no, but as I was saying, yeah, we are going to see less people with Roman Reigns Pro, but at the same time, it is 10 times harder to get Roman Reigns Pro, so the only way they're going to have them is by having a full team of Survivor Pros, pretty much, which is a shame, because I am completely fine with loads of people having the Sting Pro, because I also have him, because it was a lot easier to get him, and everyone was finding it a lot easier to get him. But now that it is so much harder to win, not as many people are going to get Roman Reigns. So you're still going to face him, because some people will still have him, and that just means that you're at a disadvantage. Whereas before it was like even playing field. Yeah, you can get Sting, but so can a lot more people. But now it's like, oh, I'm sorry, we've made it a lot tougher. So if you want to get Roman Reigns, well, you're going to have the best possible team on the game. And yeah, that's going to be tough. No, hardly anyone's going to have Roman Reigns. Well, there's still going to be a lot of people who have Roman Reigns. Let's put it that way. But yeah, you're still going to come up against him, because there is some people who are going to have such overpowered teams. But you know, yeah, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to get him because you don't have any sort of good team at all compared to him. Which is stupid. It is stupid because I liked it before when everyone had an even chance in getting Sting, and I was fine with seeing everyone with Sting in their teams. But now, you know, we're still going to see people with Roman Reigns, but it's pretty much impossible to get Roman Reigns unless you have the best team ever of all time. So I lost that match. I got completely demolished. I think it was 10-2 at the end. But there's match 3 anyway. We'll go into match 4. I'll even play a +2 match here, just to show that it doesn't matter which one you play, you're still going to get beat. And I've been winning one match every 6, maybe 6-7 matches. I win one. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And yeah, I used the wrong card there. I get a draw. No, I don't. I lose. Okay. I was gonna say I should have used Orton in case of the tag team. But now I'm gonna lose anyway. I'm gonna lose again to Eric Rowan because he's so overpowered. And then I lose to Cameron because I don't have a legendary Pro Diva. And then Ted DiBiase, of course I'm going to lose to that because they didn't think of making any tag team matches for this round. So I'm already down 4-0 in a +1 match. For this one I do have a lot better cards at my disposal here. And so does he apparently. Survivor Sting Pro. If I used The Rock there, I think I would have lost that. So tag team power, I will use The Rock and my worst card. And I will win. That's what I was hoping for. So there we go. A winner. We finally get on the board. Actually, we already were on the board, but let's... Yeah, Epic Pro. Okay. So I'm pulling this one back, but, you know, the teams aren't any different. They're still just as good. So here is a tag team match, which I'll lose because Legendary Pro and Survivor. That's all I'm coming up against. That's all I'm coming up against. Their worst cards seem to be maxed out Survivor cards, apart from maybe 1 card or 2 cards per match, which makes no difference. See, there's another 2 maxed out Survivor cards, and I will win this one thanks to Batista. So there we go, and win. Boop. So I might still manage to pull this back in the final round. No, I won't. No, I won't. So we will use Dusty here. And we will lose. Anyone would have lost that. I should have really used Cesaro just to get him out of the way, because I knew they were going to have at least 1 Legendary Pro. So, tag team, I need to win both rounds. That's not going to happen. Actually, this one's going to be close. Yeah, I think I might win this one. I do win this one. Okay, so it's all on Cesaro for a draw. Power boost. There we go. Oh my god, am I going to win this? Oh my god, he used another boost. I think I win. No. Shut out at the last second. If I used Cesaro in the first match, which I should have done, then I would have had Rey Mysterio there. What was it, Rey Mysterio? I can't remember. The first card I used in the last round, I would have had them there, and then I would have won. Well, I would have drew, which counts as a win, but I didn't. Ray Randy Orton, great, thanks for that. He's going to help my team a lot. So, how many matches have I played now? I think I've played 4 matches. We will do 1 more. So it doesn't even matter. I can't win +1 matches, so what's the point? I don't think I'm going to get past Flair. If I do somehow manage to get Flair, which is going to take me a long time, I will never get Roman Reigns, especially if the team's still like this. So I will chance my luck at a +6 match, because if I'm going to lose, I will at least lose playing a +6. I'm never going to win a +10, well, a +5 I guess. I'm never going to win a +5 match because the teams are even harder, so there's no point even trying there. But +6, I win once in a while, and then +2, even then I win the same amount pretty much, because they still have the same tier in teams, so it doesn't make any difference there. To a solo match with Dusty Rhodes, I'm going to lose that, even with a boost, because Dusty is one of the worst Survivor cards, and then yeah, I lose this with Legendary Dean Ambrose because their worst cards are going to be Survivor cards maxed out. So this is a bad team for me here. I'll use Sting first. I shouldn't. Well, anyone would have lost that because they're using the Survivor Pro. And there we go. Solo match, Batista. Okay, I win that one. That's what I was hoping for, get the worst card out of the way first. Oh, okay, we don't have a tag team match. That's kind of what I was hoping for, a tag team, but I probably would have lost a tag team, whereas I'll at least win one here, and then lose one in speed. Oh my god, I win that one, because they use an epic Randy Savage, who they would have got from the board in the epic tier. Strange that he's in their team, because they've got Survivor Pros and everything. You would expect a well-rounded team, but no. And I'm gonna win this one, I think. I think so. Yeah, I am. Yeah, that's good. And there we go. Charisma match. Yeah, I was always gonna lose that, and then I'll lose the next one. It's strategy. You need to know your team, but even then, at this point, it doesn't make a difference because you're still going to lose because the teams are too overpowered. But the final round, I'm 2 behind. If it wasn't for Cena, if I had The Rock there, I might have been able to scrape by, but now I just don't feel like I will. So we'll use... Yeah, I'm definitely not going to win now. I need 3 solo matches to draw, and I need to win all of them, and the first one's a power. So it doesn't matter, I have lost this match. So yeah, there's another 2 Survivor cards, which I'm going to lose to, and then Dolph is probably going to lose at the end too. Speed, Charisma, you know what, let's use the boost, why not? It's not going to make any difference. I do win there though, but it doesn't make any difference because we lose overall anyway. So yeah, 8-3 I think that was, or 4, it doesn't matter because I lost. So there's another 0 points on the board. We win 1 match this episode. We have 2 more picks. It doesn't make any difference. A toughness boost, oh, that's gonna help me out. And Sergeant Slaughter, so yeah, there we go. We will train our team a little bit more, which isn't gonna make any difference whatsoever. But we will train up Natalia. We have a few cards. So once this finally loads, it takes a while to load on blue stacks. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's a lot better than playing on your phone. So let's go all the way down here. Go all the way down. Here we go. We have a couple of cards to give her here, which is cool. There we go. A couple more from this episode. And I said I was going to start a King of the Ring, and I decided not to because I'm going to spend all my time in here, and I don't really have time to focus on both at the same time. So I'm not going to bother until this Road to Glory is finished. Which, I guess I could just play now anyway, because I'm not going to win it like I did the last one. But Natalia's nearly maxed out now, 4 levels to go, and then I'll get to work on John Cena again. But even if I had John Cena Legendary Pro and Triple H Legendary Pro, my worst card would still be Cesaro here, and I still think I would lose overall. Even if my Legendary Pros would go all the way down to this Sting here in the 3rd row, I still think I would lose overall. It might even push me into Survivor Plus tier, which would make things even harder for me. Probably. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Just to show you that this Road to Glory is a lot tougher. This Roman Reigns Pro is a pipe dream now. It's not going to happen. In 2 days, I feel like I will get Flair. It's just going to happen over time. I will eventually get Flair. But Roman Reigns, after that, another 180 points after Flair, I don't see that happening. And then, even if that does happen, no way in 2 days am I going to get the second one. It's not going to happen. But yeah, I don't know where the difficulty changed, because it just changed suddenly. As soon as I got to around 80 points on Flair, I mean, I was doing fine up until that point. Even at the start of Flair, I was like, yeah, this is still pretty easy. I'm going to get through Flair pretty quickly. And then once I got to around 80 points, it was like, boom! Hit me with the hardness. And then I haven't been able to progress hardly at all since then. So, yeah. 3MB method does not work. We proved that with the first match. Even if you switch your team all the way down to Ultra Rare, you're still going to come up against Survivors. Because this is the Survivor Flair card, so you're going to come up against people with Survivor cards. I think that is how it works, because I was coming up against people with Epics here, people with Legendaries here, and that was still fine. And now it's Survivor, and this is probably going to be Survivor Plus, and then Survivor Plus Plus. So that's not going to happen. They've changed it. But that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please thumb it up, subscribe if you haven't already, and other than that, I will see you next time.